Early this morning I received a delivery through DHL from Noble Knight Games, which is often my go-to for games that I want to arrive in good condition. I've given up on ordering RPG books through Amazon, really, because so many of them have come damaged, and FRP Games didn't have this in stock, and other sources, similar issues. So what I ordered was the new Star Wars game from Fantasy Flight Games, The Edge of the Empire, and some sets of dice and the Game Master kit. So let's open up this box and see how things have survived the journey and see what they look like. So opening up the box, we see the familiar white wrapping paper that signals excitement. And I probably won't be able to get through everything with a one-handed film grip, but we'll try. So, alright, so everything's in one large vinyl bag. We'll get rid of that in a minute, but there we go, Edge of the Empire. Alright. Okay, pausing now. Okay, so the books are in on top, and the dice have their own separate loving treatment in paper. There we go. So then we got two sets of dice. Okay, so let's put all this crap away and do a proper look at everything. So the first thing we notice is, of course, that everything is lying completely flat, and the corners are undamaged, and the plastic is unbroken, etc., etc., etc. So everything looks good. I appreciate the touch of having put this book in the bag within a bag. So the Game Master's, well, the so-called Game Master's kit had its own bag, which was inside this bag, giving this a double bag effect, which kept it nice and safe while in transit, which is good. And I say this is a so-called Game Master's kit because, frankly, it's not a kit. It's a screen and an adventure, which those of you who have been around like me know that that's just called a screen. This is not a kit by any stretch of the imagination. A kit would imply having some actual stuff, like dice. So, definite misnomer there. Not a kit. Alright, so here's the core rulebook. There's lots of opportunities to see this book online, so I don't really have to go into it too much. Oh, there's that cracking sound of never been opened before. All right. What are we open to? Keeping the crew hungry. Interesting. So we got shades of old Battletech and Traveler in there. Lots of pictures of Han Solo, and of course, as we know, as this is the Life on the Edge game, that will be a very inspiring source. Well, the art is pretty incredible. Font is clean. Font size is not bad. Looks like a 12-point font. Clear headers and whatnot. So, relatively satisfied. It is irksome, however, that you cannot get this game in PDF or other digital format. Having to actually order it in a print copy if you want to play it is no mean feat. The shipping to get this book here was twice the price of the book. So, you do the math. Now the dice. Well, the dice are the dice. I'm not sure exactly how I feel about the idea of having narrative dice, but I'm interested enough in trying it out. And of course, you don't have to use them once you get going. So I'm a huge fan of the original D6 Star Wars RPG. While I was on vacation, I enjoyed very much going through my old books, and it was a very difficult decision to not bring them back with me. And one of the things I had intended to do, of course, was take a look at this book in the store and decide whether or not it was worth it to me to buy it. Well, I didn't get to see it in a store because those of you who read my blog know there really weren't any game stores anywhere that I went, other than New York, and I just didn't have the opportunity to get there. So, Edge of the Empire. I will be talking about this more in later videos.